This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Clint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Thursday, the Jason Walker Show. Hanging out today, getting ready for the walk up. Got the walk off coming up as well. And in between on this day in history, we're also going to talk football. Jefferson High head coach Clint Layng will join us as the Panthers with a big win in the season opener last week. Big game this week coming up as well. And also going to talk to Kyle Mihelish, Capital High coach, after the Bruins' big win over Bozeman a week ago and in their season opener. So get set for the game tomorrow as well. So let's see here. Opening segment, the walk up, brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry with 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. You got 15 different offerings under milled log. You also have handcrafted timber frame. Check them out at yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Wow, the wait is over. Our Twitter handle, by the way, at JWalkerSports. Our email, jason@jasonwalkershow.com. The waiting is over. 2 days before kickoff, Washington Grizzly Stadium, it was announced via a, I guess, hype video from the University of Montana football team. Marcus Wellnell of Capital, senior linebacker for the Grizz, will wear number 37. Wellnell got the jersey from Jace Lewis, the Townsend native, back in July. Wellnell wore number 10 all of fall camp. August 8th, head coach Bobby Houck was asked about it and said, quote, "That's not a question I'm equipped to handle right now. We've got some more consulting to do," end quote. Message boards lit up. Media, including the Jason Walker Show, had some things to say about it. And Marcus is getting it. And he deserves it, all right? I mean, dude had a great year last year. He represents what the jersey's about, which is being from Montana. And to quote Jace Lewis, who shared it on Twitter back in July, in quoting here, Marcus exemplifies everything number 37 is about. He's a selfless team-first player, and all the hard work and time he put in is paying off, and it shows. He's a great teammate and an even better person. The tradition is in good hands next season, end quote. Now, when this first came up, I was talking to a source about it who ended up wearing the number 37 back when he played for the Grizz, but had a source say that Kent Haslam, the AD over in Missoula, asked Bobby Houck. They had a meeting, and Haslam asked Houck if this was a hill that he was willing to die on. Now, we all know Houck wanted his kid Robbie to have it. But if you're Robbie, and if the coaches had said, if Coach Houck had said, "Hey, you're wearing this," you can't wear the jersey. I mean, it would have been, wow. Could you imagine that? So anyway, Haslam asked Houck if this was a hill he's willing to die on. And Bobby said, yeah. Now, he has a clause in his contract this time around. Remember, he got hired, 5 years ago again, 6 years ago. He has to behave PR-wise in the media, out in public. No more, flipping off little kids at Bobcat Stadium. None of that. I think this might be, and I'm just speculating here. This is just me, my opinion. I think this could be Houck's last year because Robbie's done at the end of this year. Robbie graduates. So is this Bobby's last year no matter what? But it appears that cooler heads prevailed, smarter, much more intelligent heads prevailed, and Wellnell deservedly will wear number 37 onto the football field at Washington Grizz Stadium on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock when the Grizz play Northwestern State. So glad that is behind us. I just can't believe it ever got to that point. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. Wellnell, back in July, tweeted out, and I quote, "I hope to honor the legacy of this jersey as much as Jace and others before him have," end quote. So, there you go. Speaking of college football, Bobcat football has 80 football players signed to NIL contracts, name, image, and likeness. 80. Blueprint Sports has teamed up with MSU, a marketing agency. Brandon Van Cleve, Tommy White met with all those athletes on Wednesday to provide information about these contracts. So it was launched this week. First went out in the news a couple weeks ago. There was a whole bunch of money. $80,000 was raised. For comparison, according to 406mtsports.com, UCLA's NIL collective began last month with $50,000. The Bobcats are beginning with $80,000. All live off campus. The goal is to eventually sign on-campus players who are all freshmen, and will support other athletes from other sports in the future as well. We all know the cost of living in Bozeman is ridiculous, and this is a big help. So what they're required to do is promote the collective, get involved with the community, like local nonprofits, and it will help navigate NIL deals with businesses moving on. Now, the R-Bar, Rockin' R down in Bozeman already has multiple. Isaiah Fonse, Willie Patterson, Tommy Malott, Callahan O'Reilly. Remember Troy Anderson last year as well. So, Malott also signing an NIL deal with I Love This Life Foundation to promote the new 988 crisis line. I think that's awesome. Elena Carter, track and field athlete. RJ Fitzgerald, Kara Thompson from volleyball. Women's basketball player Darian White have all signed NIL deals with Barstool Sports. Ifonse, Cameron Basie, Duncan Hamilton, Nellie Talbot skier are all appearing in car dealers' promotionals down in Bozeman as well. So let's see. The Grizz also have 100 NIL collectives that have been formed, including with the Grizz. So pretty cool stuff. It's a good thing, I think, right? You can agree, disagree, however you feel, but it definitely helps out these young student athletes who are making a lot of money for universities and colleges across the country, and now they get to, and here's my whole thought about it. It boils down to this, and I love rodeo. We promote rodeo. We promote college rodeo on the Jason Walker Show, and rodeo athletes can go out and make a ton of money in the winter, in the off season, and in the summer when they're not, riding college or collegiate rodeos in the fall and in the spring. And so why can't football players? Why can't basketball players? Why can't golfers, volleyball? Why can't they go out and make money just like rodeo athletes are allowed to do? So I think it's a great thing. Does there need to be some reining in? Absolutely. It's just like the transfer portal. You have good things with it, you have bad things with it. Those bigger schools, are paying kids a lot of money to do advertisements. The schools aren't paying. Boosters and sponsors are. So that's where you get into the NCAA, NAI violations, things like that. But as long as it can be done properly, I think it's a good thing. So, as always, you can weigh in at Jay Walker Sports if you so choose. All right, let's see here. We're going to talk to Clint Layng coming up, but when we return, we're going to talk Kyle Mihelish, the Capitol High football coach, will join us. Bruins got a big win in the opener last week over Bozeman. They'll open up the home portion of the schedule on Friday night, and we'll talk with Kyle Mihelish when we return. The Walk-Up, presented by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. You have veteran-owned, woman-owned, family-owned and operated, and it's awesome. Check it out at yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Kyle Mihelish when we come back. Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Looking for something sweet before work? How about that fresh brewed coffee? Maybe a fresh baked cinnamon roll as you head in for another great day exploring. Then look no further than the Sweet Spot in Boulder. Whatever your pleasure, the Sweet Spot has everything to fix that craving. From daily specials and rolls to tasty cookies and more. Don't forget that caramel macchiato or espresso and many more of your favorite flavors. The Sweet Spot caters to the local community and cares about providing the best treats every day. Visit the Sweet Spot on Facebook or in Boulder at 102 North Main Street. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or two. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
L&P Grocery offers Boulder a convenient shopping experience, whether you're stopping in for a few things or stocking up for the week ahead. From fresh produce and meat to all the staples you need to feed your family, you'll find it here. L&P Grocery is also proud to have partnerships with local brands and carry products unique to the area. Stop by to exchange propane tanks, pick up fishing tackle, grab your prescription, or get your photo taken at the Pitcher Kiosk. They're delighted to be the one-stop shop for local area Boulder residents who want to support local business. Visit lnpgrocery.com and at 215 North Main Street.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Thursday. Get you set for the weekend with some big football matchups. Couple going on right now. Laurel beat Lockwood earlier as we tape this. Let's see. Also, that was 62-9, by the way, was that score of that Laurel over Lockwood game. Halftime in Bozeman, Sentinel on its way to its 23rd straight win, leading the Hawks of Bozeman 29-0. So there is that. Other games in the AA this week. You've got West at Capital. We'll talk about that in a moment. Butte High is at Great Falls High, each looking to stay unbeaten, as is CMR at Glacier. Helena Senior will play, and both looking for their first win. Flathead at Gallatin, each 1-0. And 4 0-1 teams also playing this weekend. Belgrade at Hellgate, Big Sky at Skyview. So could be some good stuff. One of those games we mentioned, you got the Capital Bruins hosting Billings West. It's been a long time since Capital has been home against Billings West. And to talk about that and a whole lot more is the head coach of the Bruins. His name is Kyle Mihelish, and he joins us here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Coach, it's been a while since we talked. How's life? How's your summer? How's everything going?
Well, as a football coach, you don't get a summer. We're up every day early. We're going at 6 a.m. We get a couple days off around the 4th. But then when August hits, we have a couple weeks there, which is nice. Went to Vegas with the children and had a good time. But other than that, it's football, football, football.
How can you take kids that aren't 21 to Vegas?
Oh, we had a good time. We went to shows and hung out by the pool and had a couple nice dinners. And so it's doable. You just got to be creative.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Kyle Mihelish joining us, Capital High football coach, Jason Walker Show, Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Big win last week over Bozeman, and you knew Bozeman was going to be down a little bit, but there's a lot of expectations for the Bruins this year. Take me through the first game.
Well, going into the first game, just like every year when you play Bozeman, you can never tell who their perimeter kids are going to be. They seem to hide them for some reason. Like last year was Zanto. This year was Rocky Lincioni. He's a heck of a football player. He was on everything. He got 10 catches for us, I think, for 100-plus yards. We ended up doubling them in the second half. They're big. They're physical. I think Bozeman's going to – I think they're going to run the East. I mean, I don't know. They're pretty impressive. They're the tight end, the quarterback's back. Obviously, Casagrande and his little brother who's running back. They're a solid football team. It'll be interesting to see what happens between them and Sentinel here on Friday.
Well, you get the big win, though, and I know that's a great way to start the season because you can't win them all if you don't win that first one, and you guys got it done. But quarterback was a big question going in. I think did you settle that question?
Well, the quarterbacks both do a great job. I mean, Grovem had a big night, 6-7. Mihelish does a good job with his feet, his legs, running. He gives us a whole different dimension as well. Like I said, Hudson does things that Joey can't do, and Joey does some things that Hudson can't do. So with both of them, they make the perfect package. So we're going to continue to evaluate, and we'll continue that this weekend, and then we'll go from there.
It helps to have a guy like Tom Carter out there, too, who can do it all on both sides of the football, really in all three aspects.
Yeah, Tom had a big night. He's kind of an all-around guy. He's a punt returner. He's a kick returner. He plays corner on defense. He does receiver on offense. He's a running back. The offensive coaches have done a good job putting him all over the place, so people have to game plan for him everywhere. As well as some of our other kids like Mihelish, Kovic, and a plethora of others.
Sure. It's weird to hear a Kovic name that's not a wrestler.
Yeah.
Or not in wrestling season.
Yeah, Tyler is not a wrestler. He never has been.
It's crazy.
So he kind of broke that wrestling mold, I guess.
Talking to Kyle Mihelish on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Bruins defense always leads the way. You gave up a little more points, I'm sure, than you wanted, but you knew that defense, I think everybody in the state knew that defense was going to be good, not only with Carter in that defensive backfield, but Talon Marsh up front.
Yeah, we have a pretty solid defense, I think. We have some good players, Opitz and Kovic and Lauerman at linebacker, and Marsh and Roberts and Gross, and we have a good set of guys. I mean, they're a solid group all around. We did give up 21, 7 of it to the block punt. We've addressed that. I'm hoping until we punt again on Friday, and don't give one up. But no, they played well. I mean, we had to double up on Rocky Lencioni there in the second half. I know he had a couple catches, but he didn't catch any deep balls. Caught some screens and other than that, but we kind of shut him down in the second half.
Kyle Mihelish joining us, Jason Walker Show, Capital High football coach. Big one this week. Take me through it.
Well, Billings West is a good football team again. I mean, they gave Sentinel all they can handle. Sentinel obviously good again. We got to be able to, last year in that playoff game, we've been talking to the kids, and we can't give up so many rushing yards like we did last year. I don't think West has the deep threats like they have normally, like a kid like Taco Dowler who can, when he touches the ball, he can score.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have that ability, but they're certainly a good football team.
Well, when you look at West, you finally get them at home, and I know that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time we had West at home. I think it was 6-7 years ago.
Man, that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I'm tired of going to Billings and talking to the kids about that. We finally get them here. We got to take advantage of it.
Defensive backfield's going to have its work cut out. Drew McDowell, that quarterback, 18 of 30 last week, couple of touchdowns, and he's very consistent with the football.
No, he is. He's a good player. I don't know if he's as good on his feet as maybe Clonch is or was.
Right.
But he can throw it on a rope. He can throw it deep. He had a couple good deep balls, kept him in the game. I know they were playing catch-up. It will be interesting to see what their game plan is going to be coming in. I know they had a difficult time protecting him. I think they had like 7-8 sacks maybe. So, it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to go to more 90 game, 3-step drop, get the ball out quicker. Are they going to keep all backs in? They put them out a little bit in the second half, and then they kind of kept them in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see. I think they'll come in with a totally different game plan than they did against Sentinel.
What's it like coaching your kid?
Oh, it's fun. Sometimes I forget he's there, and then he does something stupid, and then I have to yell at him.
He doesn't. That's the one of the best kids I know. He does nothing stupid.
Yeah, exactly right. He's the perfect child. Of the three, he's the perfect. Like Coach Green, I tell my kids there's a depth chart every day, every week. Depending on who I like the best, they'll ask me, who do you like the best? I'm like, well, I don't know. It depends on the day, the week, whatever it may be. You could be first on the depth chart or you could be third.
Oh, I love that kid. And I've known him. I've watched him grow up. And, man, he's just a great athlete. Man, I mean.
Well, he and the JV guys had a good game. I mean, the JV, I think it was 40-7 in the JV game. They did a good job.
Nice. So what you're saying is you guys are going to be good even past this year.
You know, it goes from year to year. You fight the attrition battle every year.
Right.
And you always look at, as a coach, you look to the next year in your mind when you're driving down the street or doing something like, well, okay, what's this going to look like next year? But we don't know.
Well, yeah.
Linemen are the key to everything.
Yes. And you know that well. Coaching staff, most of it back. You feeling good with that?
Coaching staff's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Very high energy, very organized. Coach Rion took over the offensive coordinator duties. I thought he did a great job. Bozeman on Friday. Like I said, I'm really impressed with our guys. I mean, they're organized. They care about the kids. It's all about the program. We kind of have a mantra. It's we, not me.
Mm-hmm. Coaches
as well as players, and we don't say I and me. It's been good, and you know they follow what we're talking about, but they believe in it. So it's been a good fall so far.
I asked Dane Broadhead, your counterpart over at Helena High, but what's your favorite candle scent?
Candle scent?
Yeah.
I think it's that one that makes it smell like Christmas.
Oh, okay.
The fir or whatever it is, it's green.
Okay.
I usually get that at Target during the holiday season.
You stock up? You got it in the office for you?
What's that?
Do you put it in your office too? In the classroom?
No, not in the office.
You don't want to burn the school.
But in the locker room and the office, we could probably use a couple candles.
Well, you could use a lot more than that. Hey,
there's a distinct smell down in that part of the school in fall, and everybody really appreciates it.
Yes, they do. Absolutely. And it continues with the wrestling guys in the winter, too. So
That's exactly right. I told the guys if we could bottle that and sell it, man, we'd make millions of dollars.
Oh, man. I'm surprised nobody's done that yet, honestly.
Yeah, I am, too.
Hey, there's your second career, Coach, right there.
That's right.
You can even advertise on the Jason Walker Show.
That'd be perfect.
All right. Hey, good luck Friday night. Thanks for the time. We'll talk next week.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, Jason.
That is Kyle Mihelish joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle. It's your home. It's your auto. It's your life. Mike understands that. He treats you like family. Get a hold of Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. So Bruins and Golden Bears. What is it? The first time in 3 seasons that Capital will host West at Vigilante. So that'll kick off at 7 o'clock on Friday night. That's tomorrow. All right, quick break. We'll come back, and when we return, Jefferson High coach Clint Layng. He had a whole bunch of crap he had to deal with in the spring. Well documented here on this show. Jefferson School Board screwed up and then did the right thing by hiring him back. We'll talk to him because his Panthers put a shellacking on Baker last week. And they look to do the same against Big Fork this week. It's coming up. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. We'll be right back with Clint Layng. Hang on. All right, Coach. It's always a pleasure to chat. All right, Coach. It's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. L&P Grocery offers Boulder a convenient shopping experience, whether you're stopping in for a few things or stocking up for the week ahead. From fresh produce and meat to all the staples you need to feed your family, you'll find it here. L&P Grocery is also proud to have partnerships with local brands and carry products unique to the area. Stop by to exchange propane tanks, pick up fishing tackle, grab your prescription, or get your photo taken at the Pitcher Kiosk. They're delighted to be the one-stop shop for local area Boulder residents who want to support local business. Visit lnpgrocery.com and at 215 North Main Street.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Looking for something sweet before work? How about that fresh brewed coffee? Maybe a fresh baked cinnamon roll as you head in for another great day exploring. Then look no further than the Sweet Spot in Boulder. Whatever your pleasure, the Sweet Spot has everything to fix that craving. From daily specials and rolls to tasty cookies and more. Don't forget that caramel macchiato or espresso and many more of your favorite flavors. The Sweet Spot caters to the local community and cares about providing the best treats every day. Visit the Sweet Spot on Facebook or in Boulder at 102 North Main Street.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from the Lundy Center, the Copper Club Casino.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. Final segment on a Thursday, brought to you by the Copper Club Casino. Hot games, warm staff, cold drinks, beer, water, soda. Stop in. Have some fun this weekend. Win some money at the Copper Club Casino on Euclid in Helena. Got on this day in history coming up, the walk-off and more, but it is time to check in down the I-15, a little south of us, in Boulder. We know what happened last spring. The school board said, we don't want you. There was an uproar. 2 weeks later, the school board hired him back. It was just a big joke by the school board out there. And everything was rectified the way it should be. And one of the things that stuck out to me last April was sophomore at the time, Jack Johnson, legendary coach Jack Johnson's grandson, stood up in front of everybody and said, "This is our team. This is our coach." And it was a Hoosiers moment. And Clint Layng got his job back. He said he wanted it back because he wanted to go coach his kids, this team. He got that opportunity, and they came up with a big 35-0 win last week at against Baker at Bobcat Stadium. And joining us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline is the head coach of the Jefferson Panthers, Clint Layng.
All right, Coach, it's always a pleasure to chat with you. First question, how was your summer?
It was good. Did a lot of traveling. We went to Orlando, Florida for a week for a family vacation we were supposed to do 2 years ago. And then my daughter played a couple of AAU basketball tournaments, one in Minnesota and one in Portland. So I was traveling all over the place.
Your wife is now your boss.
yeah, one of them. Yeah,
she's the new athletic director out there. How does that play? Because she's your boss at the house, and now she's your boss at work.
Oh, it's fine. It's easy to communicate with questions and stuff with with different things going on and stuff. It's been fine.
We're talking with Clint Layng, Jefferson High football coach. Big win for the Panthers in week 1, going down. Playing at Bobcat Stadium and getting a big win over Baker, 35-0. Obviously, the defense played good, but it could have been worse than that offensively.
Yeah, we had 2 long runs called back that both would have set us up first and goal. A couple holding call and a face mask call, I think it was. But I mean, the kids were playing hard and aggressive and getting after Baker. I could live with that. I mean, looking at the film, they were just, good, hard, aggressive plays that, we got called for. But I thought we ran the ball well. The running game was really good. I really like what I'm seeing from our offensive line. And defensively, our kids play hard and they play aggressive and they get after it.
Yeah, and that's one thing that you guys have always done. All right, offensively, take me through how well you guys played. Take out the 2 penalties, but Dylan Root, Jace Oxford, Luke, you got a pretty good studs back there.
Yeah, we feel real good about our running game. Dylan Root, I think, is one of the better running backs in the state, and I think he will be one of the best running backs in our league. He had 125 yards on 12 carries. He runs the ball hard. He has great vision. I mean, one of his touchdowns, I think he plowed like 3 guys in the end zone down on the goal line. And then with Luke at quarterback, it's only his 2nd year ever playing the position. He is a big-time run threat. And his passing, it's progressively getting better. We're putting time in with it. And I think he's starting to get more comfortable. Had a couple mistakes last week, but looking back on the film, they weren't necessarily all his fault. And then his brother, Jace Oxford, he's got good speed. He can do a lot of different things. And then actually our 3rd tailback, Jack Johnson, the grandson of the Jack Johnson from CMR, he had a good game rushing the ball too. We put him in the second half to kind of save some wear and tear on Dylan, and he looked pretty good.
You bring up Jack, and I love Jack for a bunch of different reasons, but what's it like to coach a legend's grandson?
At first I didn't really know it. And then actually one day, his freshman year, someone had mentioned it to me and I asked him. And so then he told me about it and some different things and a few stories, and it was pretty cool. And then I actually got to meet him last spring at a track meet. He was there with Jack's dad in the stands watching a track meet. And I just asked because I figured it was him and got to talk to him for a little bit. It was really cool, to be honest with you.
Was he riding his horse?
No, he wasn't, but he's wearing his cowboy hat.
Of course he was. Clint Layng joining us, Jefferson Panther head football coach. You got a big one coming up this week. Big Fork, Jim Ben, you guys are great friends until Friday night. But this is a very good football team before they move up to Class A. But this is a big game, or early season.
Oh, yeah, it's big. I think, in my opinion, I've had people ask me, I think they're either preseason 1 or preseason 2 with Florence. I mean, they played in the state championship last year. We went up to Big Fork, went for 2, lost to them by 1 point in a real good game last year. Florence obviously has the best player back in Class B, but, I think Big Fork might have more depth. I mean, they have 50-some guys. They're going to be tough, and They didn't play last week, so there's some unknowns. I'm not sure on who's playing some positions for him. Looking back at last year's team, I'm going off old film, so there's a lot of unknowns. But I do know that they're going to be very good.
Yeah, I mean, this is an early season clash in Class B. What do you expect from Coach Ben's squad?
They always have a really good running game, physical. They execute well in the running game. They're well coached, and they're going to play hard, and they're motivated. I know that they have big goals this year, just like we do. So I'm expecting them to come out and try to come right at us is what I'm expecting.
How do you see? I mean, the Class B as a whole. Take me through it, because you're the football guru. You're the football genius.
I think this year there's a little more uncertainty than last year. Class B lost a lot of really good seniors last year. But from what I know, I would put Big Fork and Florence. They got to be two of the favorites. I like my team. I think we're in the mix, and Townsend returned some really good players. They lost some really good players, but so did everybody else. And as far as the East and the North, I honestly don't know a lot up from, of what to expect up in those two conferences. But I think this year there's a little more uncertainty than a lot of years, at least as far as the depth goes and what you have after, those two big dogs up in the West.
Clint Layng joining us. A couple final questions for you, but NFL Super Bowl champ, give it to me now.
Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I will pick them every time. I don't even care.
Can they win the division this year?
I actually think they're going to be pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of people that are doubting them and this and that, but I think they're going to have a top 5 defense. And I actually like what I saw from the quarterbacks in the preseason. I really like what I saw from Kenny Pickett. And I thought Trubisky played well. They have a really good wide receiving core. And then you got Najee Harris. The one question mark I have that I'm not sold on yet is the offensive line, which is a real problem if you don't get that figured out.
Okay, who starts? Alton, who starts more games this year? Trubisky or Pickett?
Honestly, that is a super hard question. I can't even answer it, and I think I know everything about my team. I'm going to get – I don't know. I think Trubisky's going to start week 1, and I would have said Trubisky all along, but what I saw from Kenny Pickett in preseason, I think he's ready to play.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It'll be an interesting season. It's going to be an interesting high school season too.
Yeah, the one thing about that situation is I wonder, you almost got to play Kenny Pickett at some point, though. He's already 24 years old. You can't wait around. I mean, he's a first-round draft pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but so was Mitchell.
I know that. I mean, I just think, and then the fans in Pittsburgh, if you watch it, I mean, I don't know if you did, but I watched their preseason games. Every time when they had 2 preseason games at home, the whole crowd's chanting Kenny. I mean, the city of Pittsburgh wants him in.
If you're Mitchell, that's a bad deal. Could you play 2 quarterbacks?
I know. Could you in the NFL? Ooh, I don't think that. They'd have to be 2 totally different style of guys, and I think those 2 guys are similar.
Okay. Hey, good luck on Friday night. Thanks for joining us. Can't wait to talk to you more after the big win over Coach Ben next week. How's that?
Okay, I wonder if he's going to listen to that.
Well, I'm gonna send this to him.
Okay.
And you know what? I would tell him the same thing if he was on the show. I'd say, hey, I'll talk to you next week when you beat Coach Layng.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
That is Clint Layng joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Love chatting with that dude. He knows everything about the game of football. I mean, seriously, he is fantastic. Big game, Big Fork, Jefferson tomorrow night. It'll be a fun one. Let's see. We talked about the 37 jersey. Yeah, okay. Let's, and Marcus Wellnell's going to win it. Update from Bozeman, or from Missoula, rather. Sentinel leading Bozeman High 29-7 heading to the fourth quarter. So unless the Hawks can turn things around in the next 12 minutes, Sentinel's going to win its 23rd straight. That's pretty much the way it's going to go. All right, let's do On This Day in History. It is September the 1st, 2022. Hi, Sweet Pea. Little one's coming in as we tape to go to bed, so come here. She's got to get her hug from Dad. Love you. Myself. Yeah. Okay, I'll be... Good night. Good night, I love you. Oh, I love it. Let's see. On this day, September the 1st, National Acne Positivity Day. It is National Chicken Boy Day, No Rhyme Nor Reason Day, Hotel Employee Day, and it is also National Burnt Ends Day. This day in 1890, Brooklyn Bridegrooms win 3 Major League Baseball games in one day, beating the Pittsburgh Alleghenies. 1906, Philadelphia beat the Red Sox 4-1 in 24 innings in Boston, the longest game in AL history. Both starters go the distance, 24 innings. Jack Coombs beats Joe Harris. 1906, the Highlanders of New York won their 6th consecutive game in Major League Baseball in 3 days from the Washington Senators, sweeping AL record 3 straight doubleheaders. 1931, future Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig hits his 3rd Grand Slam in 4 days and his 6th homer in 6 consecutive games. 1946, the very first U.S. Women's Open Golf at Spokane Country Club. Patty Berg wins the one and only Open played in match play format. Wins 5-4 in 36 holes. 1954, Bear Bryant opens up his infamous 10-day football minicamp in Junction, Texas. Became the subject of a book, TV movie. Pretty good one. Down there in Junction, the Junction Boys. 1967, Cincinnati Reds reliever Bob Lee walks Dick Groat with the bases loaded in the 21st inning to give the Giants a 1-0 win. 20 scoreless innings tied a Major League Baseball mark set in 1918. 1984, Willie Totten, Mississippi Valley State, passes for a Division I AA record at the time, 536 yards, 9 touchdowns in an 86-0 win over Kentucky State. Jerry Rice, 17 catches, 294 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Chris Everett, 1989, became the first player ever to win 100 matches at the U.S. Open. 2007, Clay Buchholz, in just a second start, becomes the first Boston rookie to pitch a no-hitter. And Justin Verlander got his 3rd career no-hitter with the Houston Astros 3 years ago today. Rocky Marciano was born on this date in 1923. And 1933, Conway Twitty was born. Hello, darling. And on this date in 1838, William Clark passed away. Yes, that William Clark of the Lewis and Clark. That is on this day in history. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Been a great week. Back at it. The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Thanks to Kyle Mihelish, Clint Layng, of course, Alex Mihelish, Dane Broadhead for joining us. We'll do it again starting next Tuesday, and you can weigh in anytime at Jay Walker Sports. We appreciate your input. We appreciate your support as we start this new venture with the Jason Walker Show, but separate of the Jason Walker Show as the new sports information director at the University of Providence. And looking forward to that. There is a Providence soccer match against Rocky on Saturday, 3 o'clock up at Argo Field, if you want to come on up. Or you can read about it, upargos.com, because I write everything. It's fun. It's going to be a good time. Busy, but going to be fun. So hope you're along for the ride. Thanks to our great sponsors as well. Hope you had a great week. Hope you enjoy the college football this weekend and the high school football. You got the Frontier on Saturday. Cats and Grizz opening up. Grizz 1 o'clock. Saturday, Washington Grizzly against Northwestern State. The Bobcats Gold Rush game Saturday night under the lights. Bobcat Stadium, 6 p.m. You check that one out on SWX with Alex Eshelman on the sidelines. It's going to be a fun one. Good luck to everybody in competition this week. We'll do it again next week. Have a great weekend.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.